What is good, YouTube? We are finally getting into Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 263. And let me tell y'all, it was a banger! That was uncalled for. So, how the chapter begins with unlimited voice domain barrier getting destroyed. And that's when we see Sukuna emerges from the rubble, but he's looking a little beat up and he's deep in thought. And what Sukuna states is that Yuta managed to pull it off. And even if Gojo's ultimate technique was hollow purple, Yuta isn't proficient in using it, which we thought would happen, that he wouldn't be able to kill Sukuna with that technique because he wasn't ready to use it yet. Seeing the opportunity, Todo and Yuji jump in to help Yuta. Todo asks Yuta to spam as many hollow purples as he can and that he will be able to avoid it using Boogie Woogie. Now, Yuji, he in the zone. He hasn't said one word. He is completely focused on taking down Sukuna for now. Since we know that Sukuna also used his domain, it is revealed that Sukuna is in a state where it's hard for him to use his domain expansion again. Basically, Sukuna suffered from curse technique burnout using his domain too much. And this is something that they have stated in the past, where in chapter 227, where Yuta said that using curse techniques is almost like an engine that is overheats doing domain expansion too much. And so now it's a cooldown period. That's kind of where Sukuna is at right now. And as things are looking up for our heroes, Yuta suddenly crashed to the ground, indicated that Kenjaku's curse technique has ended. So what we're basically seeing is that Kenjaku curse technique is what Yuta had copied, but because it got burned out when the domain broke, it didn't reach the full 5 minutes. That was how long it was supposed to last. But because Yuta used his domain and shot hollow purple, now it kind of sped up the process of Yuta's death because he's about to die. And that's what basically Yuta says, is because Rika is not haunting Gojo's body, Limitless is now burnt out. And because Limitless is burnt out, and because Yuta does not know the full function of Kenjaku's curse technique, and he didn't even bother to get information on it, he just willy-nilly did it, it's almost like he's in a state where he's close to death. And Yuta says that he wants to deploy a barrier for Todo and Yuji. And Todo noticed that Yuta is reaching his limit and admires Sukuna for keeping up with everything and maintaining his office, which is why he said he's the king of curses, because that one little distraction that Todo did was just a few seconds, and all of a sudden, Sukuna hits him with a black flash. That's how much he pays attention. But while Sukuna hit Todo with a black flash, Yuji creeps up on Sukuna, but he turns around to defend himself, but Todo instantly teleports Yuji behind Sukuna, saying that he's not done yet. Was this Black Clover? Yuji manages to land a few punches on Sukuna as Todo used the Vibra slap on his head to activate Boogie Woogie. Todo then states that Okotsu is a bundle of energy and that he still has shards of the barrier floating around. He further explains that until these shards disappear, there's no greater stage for Boogie Woogie to shine. So basically, because there's still some form of a barrier from his domain that's still present, it's easier for Todo to keep using Boogie Woogie. Then we see that Yuji and Todo are toying with Sukuna using Boogie Woogie while Yuji is hitting Sukuna multiple times. Then Yuji managed to hit Sukuna with a dismantle perfectly at the barrier between Sukuna and Megami Soul. Yuji states that he will perform the attack as many times as it takes, pleading with Megumi to wake up, seeing as Megumi is in a depressive state right now. So he's not trying to be woke up because of what happened to his sister. But Yuji's like, nah, bruh, you waking up. And this shocks Sukuna because Yuji can now selectively choose the target of his dismantle. This causes Sukuna to back away, who realizes that he will lose if he continues to take such hits. Sukuna begins to throw up. This is a callback to Dragon Ball Z when Gohan hit Cell and he threw up number 18. Sukuna throws up his fingers and consumes again to maintain his hold over Megumi. The fight continues as Yuji cuts down the pillar Sukuna standing on. Yuji then tries to land a punch, but Sukuna dodges it midair and counters Yuji. Sukuna believes that if he manages to dodge and evade Yuji's dismantle, then they will have no other effective attack on him. Todo states that if his spare Vibra Sprat is not recognized as his left hand, then his curse technique won't work. He uses one more time, but it's ineffective because it didn't work. Sukuna smiles as he prepares to attack Yuji, but Todo uses it again, and suddenly Hana Caruso is levitating on top of Sukuna. Todo used a bonding vow and increased the range of his curse technique and used the Boogie Woogie for the last time to bring Hana. We get a small flashback to Yuta talking to Hana as she is healing. Angel states that their road ends once Hana dispels Gojo's seal, but Hana is worried about Megumi and asks what will happen to him. Yuta apologized to Hana and Angel, stating that they have to rely on their curse technique to get in. This asks them to use Jacob Ladder as a finishing blow to Sukuna. To him, this is all or nothing gamble to try to split Sukuna and Megumi's souls. Back to the present, Yuta thinking to himself about how when an opponent faces him, they only think about what and how many techniques Yuta has copied and kept it in stock. However, they never think of the possibility of the original user he copied to appear. This is especially true for those, and that's when Hana and Angel use maximum output Jacob's Ladder on Sukuna, and we all know this is not going to work. Let me know in the comment section what you think, and also do not forget to subscribe to the channel, and I will be in the comment section for at least an hour. So yeah, come on in there. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out, y'all.